I am not a fan of busy places at all. I actively avoid them. I do not like crowded or cramped spaces. Having so many people in one spot is anxiety-inducing, and I don't get how so many people are okay with being cramped up with strangers so often. I much prefer wide open spaces that aren't filled with people. I like being alone. I'm not a completely antisocial reject of society. I do like hanging out with friends and loved ones too, but I wish when we'd hang out there weren't so many other people around. I really like the feeling of being alone or alone with others. There's something about it, a sort of comfort in isolation. Going outside is great unless there's hundreds of people also outside. New York City seems like the least peaceful place on earth and the last place I want to be. I want to be near long, clean beaches and open, sprawling fields. They are just so much more appealing and peaceful than the hustle and bustle of the city. I live in a little country called New Zealand. It does have its fair share of problems, but I'm thankful I live here. New Zealand is known for being very lush, beautiful, and filled with nature. And it is, but I unfortunately live in the biggest city in the country, Auckland, and it's not very peaceful here. Sure, there are quiet spots here and there, but a city is a city, and Auckland is quite a big one. My biggest problem with Auckland, besides the exorbitant rental value, price gouging supermarkets, and general high cost of living, is that there's so many people around all the time. For a country known for its beautiful nature and scenic locations, the largest city in the country is not very beautiful or scenic. And having so many people crowded around all the time just makes it worse. This being the case does make those quiet moments of respite that much more impactful. It makes the seldom calm moments more enjoyable. And that is what I really love. Peaceful moments. I don't like being swarmed with hundreds of different responsibilities and things to do. Who does? I want that peaceful moment outside, surrounded by nature and no one else. In my country, outside the city, there are some really nice, peaceful spots, but it requires time and effort to get there and enjoy. Much like any good things in life, really. I think my love for peaceful and secluded spots has influenced my taste in video games, or vice versa. I've always been really into the old farming sim. Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town was my jam back in the day, and now I still occasionally play games like Stardew Valley and Story of Seasons. All these games offer a similar sense of escapism to a nice, peaceful place. Sure, there are other reasons which make the game appealing, like the idea of living in a tight-knit community where everyone knows everyone, or the fact that there is basically no cost of living and you can just exist for free. I think the main selling point, for me at least, is how pleasant it is to be on your own, free to make your own choices and live how you want to live in this beautiful place the game has put you in. The settings of these games support a subconscious desire of mine to leave the big city behind and live a quiet life in a small town somewhere far away. This is something which seems nice to do in theory, but is just not feasible. The escapism offered by these games compared to others, like Call of Duty or Fortnite, is very different. I can't imagine myself in a 100-man free-for-all fighting Peter Griffin and Billie Eilish. It's not realistic. But the idea of living a quiet life on a farm and tending crops on the other hand is believable. It's a sense of escapism that is plausible in reality. Living by yourself on a small farm does sound appealing, but I don't think it would be as fun as it is in the game. I'm kind of getting off topic. I've been yapping about Stardew Valley for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go on a drive. Everywhere I go, there's always people around. There's no escaping these guys. It's not that bad, but it is sometimes hard to find a peaceful place. It usually doesn't bug me at all, but sometimes I do want that peace and quiet. Also, yeah, sorry if the mic quality's bad, I'm just using my phone, and it's windy. And I'm outside. So apologies if it's not the greatest, okay? I apologize. The thing is, I think it's selfish to not want anyone around. These people have a right to be here and are no more important than I. So why can't they enjoy the outdoors in the same way I'm doing so? I guess it is a valid preference to not want others around, but ultimately, it is okay if they are. I gotta be honest, I really like being outside. Fresh air and a nice view really can't be beat, and are things that can't be replicated. There's no way a video can have the same effect as actually being there. And everybody knows this. Maybe not consciously, but they know it. Just think about the last time you were outside with a nice view. I'm sure everyone's personal experience is a bit different than what I'm choosing to show you right now. That being said, I think more people could use some time outdoors with a nice view. A lot of people I talk to are stressed out, and a lot of people I see look like they're stressed out. It's obviously not the solution to all your problems, but do you really think a little bit of time outside will do you any bad? Anyway, I'm going back home. That's enough time outside for me. There's peace to be had when being alone, and I really do appreciate the time I can spend being with myself and only myself. I advocate for this and want others to spend time by themselves as well. There are realizations to be made. Although I do find it pleasant when I am alone, it probably wouldn't be if I was always alone. I'm thankful for the people I do spend time with. Without them, being alone would not be good. Being lonely is not the same as wanting to spend some time alone. Even imagining always being alone feels bad, and anyone going through this has my full sympathy. I guess it is a personal thing, and situational to each person's life. But for me, in my life, there is comfort in being alone. There is comfort in isolation. Yo! Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I know I say the same thing at the end of every video, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Because it's true. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. I am hard at work on the next video, so I am gonna go. See you later. Have a good day. Goodbye. See ya. Bye bye.